Before starting a video, I wanna say I'm using a filter right now because I'm insecure as fuck. Look at this. You see, and all the characters that I've talked about in the previous video are extreme, and it makes us hard to fit into a good category. Because reality doesn't work this way, and we try to be perfect at every single thing we are doing in life. We try to be a perfect daughter at home, and we clean the house every single day. We cook, we help our parents, we do the dishes, and all of the things that other good daughter do in order to fit into this category. And all it takes a single word like it doesn't look like you have cooked this meal with your heart. You were definitely watching a phone while cooking. This is why you get distracted, and this is why it doesn't taste like as before. And bam, you get kicked out from the good category into the bad one because of single word. This word, I mean, triggered all of the emotions of yours, and you have forgot all of the times that you cooked like a seven-star chef. You forget all of times that you got compliments from them because of how good you are a cook. And all of your tryings to be a perfect daughter, remembering you that you are not a perfect, and it is like dragging you into a hole of repression where there is no end, no start. And you can't hide from these monsters when they are not under your bed anymore. They're like inside of your head. If they were under your bed, you can like simply hide yourself with blanket to protect yourself, or turn on the lights or call someone. But when they are inside of your head, there is nothing can help you. Even there's a lot of people like trying you to be a positive person. And it's the same way when you clean the whole house all day and your mom comes back home, says, "What did you do all day? You don't even take out the fucking trash to the outside, to the cab." I work all day to support your study and you can't even, you don't even care to take out a single trash. And starts their story of how they were extremely perfect at your age, how they used to get all of the all grades, despite of they used to work, they used to clean the house, they used to help with their parents at home. They have never talked to a guy, she was so beautiful, blah blah blah. Yeah, dear life Cinderella, real life Cinderella right here, which means you failed as a daughter because you will never be as perfect as her, which means you failed as a person also. Loser. I think comparing their daughter to their version, which doesn't exist anymore, is the best way to educate them to have the best, better, happy, and bright future. And at the same time, they don't want us to repeat their mistake, their path, their way. It's so logical, isn't it? And I heard from other friends of mine that their parents compare them to the other child, that they think they are hard worker than their child. How you compare your children to other child that you don't even know how they behave inside of the house. Like you see only the one side. How you dare? I used to think like this before. I've realized that I do the same way with my little brother. I literally compare him every single day to, not every single day, because he makes me so angry that he can't even wear his clothes properly. He's 10 years old, fucking 10 years old. And I've seen the twins who are 5, 6 years, and they independent go to the toilet and clean their. This is why I do compare him, so he can learn from them how to behave like a good child. But I have never realized before that it hurts their emotions. It makes them believe that they're not worthy, they're not enough. Yeah, I am the same with this. I am in the same category as these parents at this age. I know I'm so uneducated. This is why I'm trying to be learning myself, isn't it? Before I realized that I do the same thing, I was going to talk about this. How dare you compare your own childhood to other child? Like growing up, they have always told me to read a book, but I have never seen them open a single damn book. They are always on their phone or watching a TV. Bam. Like, how do you expect us to read a book while you are not doing it, while you are not showing us to how to do it? And like, don't compare your children to other child. Otherwise, you got to compete with Elon. It's the same with me. I don't have to compare my little bro. Otherwise, I have to compare with. I don't want to fucking remember how old I am. I am fucking 18 years old, like jobless and all of the stuff. And I am not as good as other teenagers that are in my age. I know. This is why I don't have to compare. We are already following their way of how we think, the way of how we see the world, the way of how we compare ourselves to everyone outside. And not like this is the actual roof of comparison, the negative mindset. How can you be so positive and love yourself, not compare yourself to everyone outside? Well, this is the only one thing they have teach you while growing up. How can you be in peace with your lower grades if you got scolded by your family at home? And I'm not talking about myself at this point because my mom is like, you are fine as long as you are not getting kicked out from your college. Like she definitely knows that I'm getting low grades. I used to get really low grades and she didn't say a word. She knows that I know I get CD, which is not nowadays, but still I'm getting this from Nicotry. This is a Russian word. From some subjects. Confident in yourself while you've been bullied and your family constantly told you to gain weight, and once you gain weight, ta-da, you have just upgraded your problem to the next level. And the problem was never you. Problem was created by your parents, by your grandparents, by your grandparents, even before you are born. They're like planned problems in advance, you know what I'm saying? Because the environment we are grown up affects us so much that than we can imagine. For example, if I would be born in a rich household, I wouldn't have the same problem as me. I wouldn't have to wear fucking glasses. I wouldn't have to use this filter. I would have to be insecure because I would have already operated my entire face, entire body, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't have to worry about my future because my billionaire father would solve all of the problems in advance for me. And if I was born in a poor household, then I am living right now. I wouldn't have a time to even record this. I wouldn't have a time to enjoy all of my hobbies. I wouldn't have opportunity to study because I would have been working 24/7 to support my family. Which means I was born in a good household, in the middle household, yes. And I'm so grateful for it. And while we comparing ourselves to everyone outside, we see only the thing we don't have that they have. Not we have what they don't have. I know my level of English is like a second grade, but I'm still trying to. And home must be a place where you strive every single day, where you wanna love, you wanna be loved, you wanna be listened and to listen and share the events that has happened today and realize that nobody's perfect. Your parents and the people that you are upset from, even yourself, we are never meant to be perfect and we will never be perfect. Like everyone does mistakes and nobody's perfect. So please be kind to each other.